Hey guys, Thogden here, welcome back to a new video. Now today, Premier League predictions time. Now just before we get into these Premier League predictions, I just want to say, I do have a fancy Premier League league, if you get what I mean. And it's called FPL League, that all you guys can join, and if you win, you get prizes. It's as simple as that. I will be doing updates, shout outs to whoever's doing well. Seriously guys, it's mad. The code's in the comments, the code's in the description, and the code's on the screen right now. Moving on to Premier League predictions. I've done my work, I've done my homework for this video. No fussing about, let's get straight into it. Let's start off in 20th place. Sadly, I think it's going to be Huddersfield. They've brought in a few players like Ince. He doesn't have the Premier League experience. I know he's been good in the Championship, but can he do it in the Premier League? We don't know. They were 5th in the Championship. In my opinion, they're going straight down. Okay, 19th place. A few people will argue that they might stay up, but I think it's going to be Brighton. Now, yes, they're a good team, and they've got players like Knockout, who's in my fancy Premier League team, and good defenders like Dunk. I don't think it's enough to stay up. 18th place is Burnley. Now here's my reasoning. You're probably thinking, what the hell, they were like 14th last season. Now you're going to call them going down. Michael Keane was probably Burnley's best player last season, after Tom Heaton, of course. And that's what probably kept the defence together, gave them such like a good defence. But now he's gone to Everton. They're going to concede more goals. They won't have a defender as good as him to take his job, which is the reasoning. I think they're going down. 17th place, and then they're just going to miss out on relegation. It is Newcastle. Most of their players had Premier League experience 2 years ago, which is the reason I think they're going to stay up. They've got a good team and a lot of money to spend. They bought Atsu from Chelsea. I think they're just going to miss out on relegation. Okay, the next team I'm going to pick is Swansea. Now, they have got Gylfi Sigurdsson, who looks like he's staying, and they do have this new CDM from like the Argentinian league or something. It's called the New Cante. The main reason is last season they were so inconsistent, and they came in the same kind of place last year. That's why I think they're going to be there. They're not going to be anything special. They haven't brought in any big players. 15th place is a big call. Crystal Palace. Allardyce is left, the club's going to crumble, and they're going to go down to the Championship. Well, I don't think that's going to happen, and here's why. Frank de Boer's come in. He's got managerial experience, not that much in the Premier League though. There was a time that he nearly went to Man United, but it didn't happen. He's brought in Ruben Loftus-Cheek on loan from Chelsea, which is a cracking signing. I think that's going to be one of the main reasons that they stay up. I think they have Benteke, who is a top 10 Premier League goal scorer last season. You can't ignore the facts. 14th place, Stoke City. Recently, Bolton played them and only just lost 2-1. Lafon just got a banging goal. Yes, they still have Shaqiri, but they've lost Arnautovic. But Stoke City, they're never going to go down. So I've gone with 14th, Stoke City. 13th place, Watford. Now you're probably thinking, well, that's a big call for that team. Well, I think they're going to have a decent season this year. They brought in the likes of Nathaniel Chalobah, who is a cracking signing. I think Watford will have a decent season. 12th place, West Brom. Now they brought in the likes of Jay Rodriguez, who's a good player. He was good a few years ago, but has he still got it? Questionable. West Brom, they're a decent team and they've got a decent manager. They're never going to do too bad. They've got quality like Rondon and they can play some good football on their day. 11th place, Leicester City. The reason I think Leicester City is going to hold on to the same kind of place they were last year is because they have the money. And they brought in Ibra, who is an absolute beast of a CDM, and in the Premier League where it's so much about strength, with a CDM like him, he's going to be effective. 10th place, Southampton. Now last year people were calling them to go even relegated, like 15th, 16th, 17th, they came 8th, okay? Seriously, Southampton, they perform when they need to. I know they've only brought in one player, but they're never going to do too badly. 9th place, West Ham. Xavier Hernandez, the Mexican baller himself, has gone to West Ham. He was linked with Man United, an even bigger club, but he's gone to West Ham. And honestly, the one thing that West Ham lacked last season was a goal scorer. They've now got it in Xavier Hernandez. 9th place. 8th place, Bournemouth. Bournemouth have brought in Ake, Begovic, and Defoe. Like, honestly, Ake, when he was with Bournemouth, was absolutely amazing. And now he's gone there on a permanent deal for something like 20 million. And Defoe, it doesn't matter what team you've got around him, as proved last year with Sunderland, he's gonna get goals. When you think of 7th place in the Premier League, there's only one club that comes to your mind. That happened last year and it's gonna happen again. Everton. Everton have brought in some amazing signings. Like, they have lost Lukaku, but they brought in Pickford, second highest amount of saves after Tom Heaton last year in the Premier League. He's so young, he's only going to get better. Cracking signing, Klaassen, amazing playmaker in the middle. They've sold Lukaku and it looks like they're going to sell Ross Barkley to the likes of Arsenal, but I have hope in them. 7th place. Right, 6th place, this is where it gets a bit controversial. I've gone with Tottenham Hotspur. Now you're probably thinking, what, they came 2nd last year, they were really close to 1st. Why are you calling them 6th? Here's why. They're going to be playing on Wembley at home, okay? They were great at home last season at White Hart Lane on the small pitch, okay? Now they're at Wembley, that's the opposite, a big pitch. Now, do you guys remember last year in the Champions League when they were playing at Wembley? They did shocking. They couldn't handle the big pitch. That's what's going to happen this year. Now, hold on to your thoughts before I say this. 5th place is going to be Arsenal. You're probably thinking, what the hell? They've got a cracking team. Cazorla's back. Lacazette's there. Did you watch that pre-season game where they lost 2-1 to Xavier? My friend was at the game, shout out to Ludo. My friend was at the game and everyone was saying around him, this is just gonna be another season like last. All the clubs I'm put above them have all brought in players as good and even more. Like literally, there's so much competition, it's hard to put Arsenal higher than 5th. And this team, I've put in 4th place just above Arsenal. It's gonna be very close in the league, I think. It's Manchester United. With Lukaku, they've got a cracking new striker, an amazing team around them. If they can perform, they can end it a bit higher, but honestly I think they're going to become 4th. 3rd place is Liverpool. What the hell, like come on, they're just not going to get that. Well, you say that and I'm going to have some doubters, but honestly, have you seen them play in pre-season, beating Bayern Munich 3-0? They beat Hertha Berlin 3-0. Their counter-attacking style of football is what Leicester City won them the league, and they've got even better players. Mohamed Salah, Roberto Firmino, Coutinho, Mane, Sturridge, who's now injured but might be back for the season. You never know what that counter-attacking team can do. There's 2 teams left, Chelsea and Man City. Right, honestly, in your head, I'm going to put a poll up here. Who would you have in 1st? Who would you have in 2nd? Now that you've answered the poll, now I'm going to tell you what I think. 2nd place is going to be Chelsea. I think they're going to be very, very close to 1st place, but I don't think they're going to win the league. They brought in some great players like Rudiger, who's just an improvement for Cahill, and also they brought in Morata. I don't think he's going to live up to the expectations of one of the best Premier League strikers, a top goal scorer in his 1st season, right? He needs to blend in. He was used to coming off the bench with Real Madrid, but will he be used to playing 90 minutes in the Premier League in such a stronger league? Brings me to 1st place, and there's only one club left, Manchester City. Here's why they're going to win the league. Last season, they came 3rd. What they needed to improve on is conceding less goals. Now, they've kind of sorted that one out, let's put it that way. Kyle Walker, one of the best fullbacks in the Premier League. Benjamin Mendy, another really good fullback. Yes, they paid a lot for it, but you can't doubt them. They're quality players, and they're probably going to help them win the league. And you think, okay, that's it, they spent a lot of money. No! Bernardo Silver. They've got 2 attacking midfielders with the name Silver in their team. It's so good, I've even got him on my fantasy team. A few years ago, everyone was saying, oh, they're going to win the league now with all these players, and they messed up. They might do that this year, and this whole prediction might be completely screwed up because of it, but I'm going with it. Man City, 1st place. Remember to join my Fantasy Premier League, and if you've enjoyed this video, please drop a like. I'm doing daily uploads. If you could hit the like button, it really would mean a lot. I know a lot of you watch the video and just don't hit it, but honestly, if you could click that button, it means so much more to me than you think. Leave in the comments what your predictions are. I'll be reading through and replying to comments. Also, don't forget to subscribe. See you guys later.